Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for September the 18th through the 24th, 2017. So let's just take a moment to take a deep breath and to align ourselves with our higher consciousness and with the source of our well being. And they just want you to really sort of connect in and really be open with your heart completely to your desires, to your dreams, and most especially all the changes and experiences that are flowing into your path right now. And they wrote out the word fool. So two things come up for me: the card, the fool, and maybe feeling this way, feeling foolish in some way. So they're writing the word lack. So the thing is that the sense I'm getting is that you need to be kind of open, sort of like the fool. Be very open to your desires, to your dreams, and not to focus so much on the lack. Don't When you start to feel foolish about something that is inspiring you, and you know that feeling where you just feel courageous, you feel more courage, you feel more excitement, and it's almost like you're blinded by these things. And right now, you need to be in that place in order to be open to. It's almost, I feel like they're sending rays of light to your heart at this time when you're at that stage where you're just blinded by doubt. I'm not blinded by doubt, but you're um, blinded by your passions, and you can't even begin to entertain your doubts. And um, and so the thing is that you want to be very protective of um, this sort of initiation that is going to sort of help you to build the momentum that is needed, and that will sort of throw you into a sense of action, intuitive action. Like you don't know where you're going, you don't quite have all the pieces figured out, but you feel that the dominant part of your being is calling you there, and you also feel the security and safety of going there, going with this expanded part of you. And so let this, it's like let the pull of this sort of frequency be what continues to drive you, that calls you, that summons you. And don't so much criticize. Don't look at this. Once you step outside, once you criticize, once you notice that you're being quote unquote foolish, then that means at that moment that your ego has sort of intercepted the messages, the passion, the courage, the confidence that you're feeling. And so you have to put that aside. And I know it's not easy to do that, because you're going to start to think about what you could be giving up. And I think that's what they mean by lack. Like you're beginning to focus on the things that you're giving up, or the things that you may have to go without. They're showing me a pig, and my sense is about abundance, money, provisions, things that you need. So don't look at that right now, because the feeling, the vibration that you feel, that sense of security, that is true abundance. It's the evidence of where you're going before it materializes. That's the lead that you always want to follow, because that's sort of where it's sort of like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So you must follow that sort of rainbow-like energy where you're all inspired, because at the end of that are the rewards. So the your mental um, sort of accounting, if you will, of what you have and don't have right now, all that's going to do is just distort the dream. It's going to slice it up until you can't see it. It'll almost be like a shattered glass, and in which you can't see any vision in a shattered mirror, right? It's like it's impossible to really see anything. It's all in pieces, and it just ends up looking like, different shades or colors or whatever. So don't do that to yourself at this point. Is really what they're saying. Um, all right, so let's take a look. Just sort of getting a sense of there's information being opened up to you. So they're giving me a sense. They were showing me a shoe, and they were showing me a woman's shoe. So the thing is, and it's a pump, sort of a little bit of a high heel. So the thing is about taking intuitive, inspired action. Okay, listening to your impulses, listening to your instincts. This was like a sharp heel, so it's sort of like gives you a sense of confidence, but very sharp, like clear, decisive um, guidance that's going to come through, that's informing your actions. It's sort of influencing your actions. So don't get um, sort of distracted in any way. There was another symbol that I saw, and it's now yeah, they were just showing me a book. So the thing is what I'm getting, it was an open book. So the thing is that with that shoe and the open book, it's sort of the information is just right there in front of you. It's open, all right. But the thing is, like this open book, you must keep your heart open. And if you want to be able to really channel this divine clarity, then you have to keep your heart open. Because as the more your heart's open, the more that the messages and your instincts and your guidance is able to reveal to you what you need to do. So they want you to really trust. They're writing the word safe. They want you to know that you're safe. So you may have this sense of like, wow, like you're really open to everything and a lot of ideas flowing, but it's hard for you in some way to trust, to believe, to have confidence. And they wrote the word boost, and so this week they're helping to boost your confidence. So that's why you may actually feel or have a sense of more support. And I get a sense that some of you, like, the opportunities may just come right in front of your face, like get up in your face, but you do this thing, you have this way of spinning things in a very negative light. You go, yeah, I've heard that before, or, and I get a sense it's like you're feeling sorry for yourself. And I want you to notice that feeling. It reminds me when I was a child, and, if somebody got mad at me, and then they did something that I felt was a betrayal, then I'd get mad at them, and then I'd refuse to talk to them. You've all done that, right? And maybe like your aunt or somebody like tried to make up and apologize, but you just were gonna hold on a little bit, and you feel their love, and you love them, and you want to connect. You want it to be able. You want to give it up, but there's something inside of you that's making you feel like you have to hold out, or you have to win, or you need to just continue to feel sorry for yourself. That what I'm trying to describe here, and that's what I'm kind of getting. So don't do that. In the end, you always go ahead. Because love always wins out. You love your loved ones, and you know deep down that everybody's does something that they don't mean and that they're sorry, and you maybe want a little bit extra attention by making them be sorry a little bit longer, but is it really helping you? Is it really what you want? Do you really feel good about it? Do you really feel that satisfaction? And if so, then you're gonna have to just understand that that satisfaction that you want to hold on to or you're holding out for has consequences. You know, but don't give yourself an excuse to say I didn't get what I was looking for. Do you know what I mean? You don't play with your guidance in that way. Just go ahead and be open. Forget everything is going around those circumstances, and it's always safer to trust in your guidance, to trust in the universe and its well-being. Remember, it's created out of this way. It offers only well-being. You're created out of that well-being and that love. And so therefore, it is true that this is what the plan of the universe, the will of God is for you. It's not to see you fail or for you not to succeed, but it's not so much about that failure or success. It's about you being happy, you knowing that you're loved. And so this is where once you accept this and embrace this, you'll start to feel your inner strength, your spiritual power blossom and take action for you. So don't hold back. Don't do that to yourself. Okay. Let's take a look at the card for the Archangel Oracle and our theme for the week. Okay. This card's come up again, and we all know that this is the card I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, we all kind of scream that at this card, but um, so this is about trusting your inner knowledge and and it says, and act upon it without delay. This is exactly what we were talking about. So the thing I'm getting in this week from Archangel Uriel is that you bring light to the world. That means you bring guidance, you bring knowing, clear knowing and understanding. When you keep questioning yourself, what you do is you are entertaining doubt. And we ask a lot of questions that we already know the answers to. And if we don't have the specific answer, we have a general answer. And that general answer is good enough for you to proceed in order to discover the answers, the opportunities, and solutions that are available. So it's better to be open to the opportunities, the answers, and the solutions rather than always getting yourself stuck in one of those questions, where you're looking for specifics, where right now the specific isn't what's available, but the general meaning. And it's good for you to stay on that general meaning and sort of path so that the particular specifics that you couldn't have imagined can fall into place and that you'll be able to work with them and be real tools. If you got some specifics before you were ready, you would gloss right over them. You know that sense? You just gloss, you wouldn't recognize it, you wouldn't understand their meaning. They would be so out of context for you, you would not be able to work with them. You probably wouldn't even see them. Somebody held them right up in front of your face. So that's sort of the idea. So stay general, stay general with your overall aim, your purpose, your passion. Stay general. Stay general. Keep nurturing and fostering this kind of general understanding, and then that will allow the specifics to sort of hone in or sort of fall into place for you, or to sort of light up in sort of a moment of clarity. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. All right, this is a very good card, and I like to think of this as the card, the legacy, that you've established this legacy. This is the Ten of Pentacles, and so in your the thing I'm getting is that right now what you're working on is you're focusing on your career legacy. This could also relate to family, but I'm getting more about your career. You're really wanting to leave something meaningful behind. You're focusing on a purpose that will allow you to leave something behind for others. You want to feel like you left your mark here. And this is, well-meaning and all, but it gets a little too specific because it's like you're working from the end, instead of working from the beginning, the start. And so they want you to focus where you are right now, and go a little bit more general. What is it that you can? Where are you being called right now? Where have you been summoned? Where would your passions, and don't get, generally, what do your passions, what can your passions um, provide right now? What kind of help can your passions offer to the situations or circumstances that are going on in your life right now? So if you're in a job right now, and maybe you're just feeling a little like, you're searching, and so you're not happy with your job because you're feeling like you haven't left this legacy. You see how that's focusing on the end game can really make you unhappy in the present, where you can always find an opportunity to fulfill your own happiness and to bring it to others. The information is right there in front of you, but when you're thinking about the end game, you miss it. And so what they want you to do, instead of focus on that legacy you're going to leave behind, focus on what you can do for people right now, where it's needed, where you feel called to serve. They want you to stay right there where you feel strongly right now. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. All right, I'm just going to go right back and look at the Empress card. So we have some really powerful cards here. And I'm just looking at the message that's written here. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children, other loved ones. So, and it says make wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. But the thing is that they want you to do this for now, because truly, from a spiritual perspective, abundance is eternally present. So you don't have to wait, because what you're saying is, I can't be happy until. So they have like some of you are making goals, and you're always making goals, and with that idea, you're saying, I can't be happy until, okay, so you say, I'm gonna, like a New Year's resolution, and it's like you put yourself in this waiting, this limbo of life. You're living in limbo, and you work at the goal, but you're not happy working at the goal because you keep thinking about, I haven't accomplished it yet. And so you work as if you haven't accomplished anything. But the thing is, once you actually begin to focus on your goal, you have accomplished everything. Because what you're doing right now is all that is real, that's true, that's flowing through you. Your gifts are flowing through your creativity, and that is something that in the moment is where lives are changed and influenced. So this is what they really want you to get about this. Okay, and we're looking at the Empress card, and the Empress card is coming through and just sort of reaffirming a time of fertility, creativity, abundance. This is a time to really sort of go big, right? To sort of go big. Don't hold back. Don't think. Don't think in terms of limits, or trying to how to sort of streamline things. And so get a sense that this is the time for you to really delve in to your passions, to indulge yourself. Take some time for yourself. Don't think that you're being selfish by really focusing in at the exclusion of some other things, or maybe some other people may feel like they're being overlooked or sort of sacrificed. But you have to find a way to balance this, but you have to make this your priority, and only you can know what your priorities are, and you'll know them by your heart, by the way your heart lights up. It's sort of like you have this internal lamp. Like, here's what Archangel Uriel is trying to say: you always know what to do, because the fire that burns in your heart is your guide. It's love, and it's guiding you. And so if you act upon that light, that guidance of love, you will always be doing the right things, and people will understand. They will have the understanding through the example, because I keep saying this word example, that you are offering all over the place. So be very aware, um, that don't worry about trying to be the example, and then that means trying to be all things to all people. Just be the example of spiritual clarity, spiritual devotion to your purpose, to your passions. This is the best example you could leave. This is the best legacy you could leave for others. And this is, always helps you to do what's right for yourself, and to know what is the right thing to do for yourself. All right, we have another really powerful card here, the Three of Summer, which is the Three of Cups. And this is about, I love this card because it's about being in the flow, playing, the stream of life is flowing, that energy is flowing, and you feel it, and to have fun, to celebrate this flow of creativity, of prosperity, of love, of clarity, all the things that it represents. Yes, there can be some obstacles in your way, but when you are staying in that alignment of joy, you will notice these things, and you'll see them ahead. And if they surprise you, you'll know what to do in the moment, because you're tapped in, tuned into that clarity, to that inner knowing. You will always know how to deal with things. So don't worry about what you may lose, but it's about what you are going to gain here. Now, the card says news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. So this is a really opportune time for you. And this week, things are really flowing. Things are really, you can see just what they said in our beginning messages, that there's a lot available to you. It's a great time of fertility, creativity, ideas will be flowing, thoughts, clear thoughts will be coming through, like just this knowing of how things should go. Trust that, right? The thing that bonds it all together is your trust. Okay, so as you express with trust, express your truth and trust it. Okay, trust how you feel. Your heart will tell you. If that light seems to be dim, or the emotions, the inspiration the fire seems to almost be burning out, you'll know that you need to go in another direction. Just sort of pay attention to it like that. Is the fire in your heart burning wide and strong, or is it diminishing in any way? And what is diminishing it? And don't be disappointed by that this happens, that you can't always remain in that place, because what takes you out of that place of alignment also reveals to you what you need to let go of, or move away from, in order to always not be dragged down, bogged down. All right, let's take a look at the card I pulled already from the bottom of the deck. Now this card here, so this is the Four of Summer, the Four Cups. So this card is about not seeing something, and maybe you're, things like, this is what we were talking about in the beginning, like they're trying to show you something. Let me just move this card up, and you're not noticing it. You're not paying attention to what they're trying to show you, and you're possibly sort of brooding over something. So this is the thing that could get in your way this week. So don't get caught, don't get stuck in brooding. Don't get hung up on things that people say to you. They're not always aware. And there's other things going on. So don't take things personally, and so that you don't miss out, and don't hold things against people, because that keeps you out of that place to be receptive. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and thank you for joining us here on YouTube, as well as on the Facebook page for the daily card messages. If you'd like an angel reading, you can contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below. You can go to the service page and choose the type of reading that suits you. Also, let's see, you can reach if you haven't gone to the Facebook page for the Daily Card Messages, you can connect there.